Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Formula Student Germany 2016. Thank you for coming. Thank you very much. I think this is a bit premature, but I was just thinking, we were just thinking as we start something, of course, we have not so much to show in terms of how Formula Student Germany feels. First of all, who has not been here before? All right, so that is a few people. So we thought it's nice to give you an impression how it should feel like by looking at it, what it was a year ago. Can we just have a short look at our teaser of 2015, please? So this is how it should feel like, and this is what we want to have seen on Sunday. So first of all, who doesn't know me, my name is Tim Hannick. I'm the chairman of the Formula Student here in Germany, and I'm absolutely glad I'm with this for a couple of years already. And it's always a pleasure to come here, and it's almost like driving home for Christmas and actually meeting family. What is quite interesting for us, and I just definitely want to do that, we do this team welcome once for all, of course, to welcome you and let you have a first spirit of what it is going to be here for the next couple of days. But at the same time, we definitely want to introduce you who you will have to deal with, which we call the Freak Show. I'll give you a bit of a feedback from the feedback. That's very important to us. We have, all of us have been Formula Student team members before, so we have been gone through this, you know, through the tears, through all the different nights and all these issues, and we try to have this or let this event be something that is done for you, not for us. And that means as well that we seriously want to get the feedback from you, and we actually do listen and we do read it, and then we do something about it. Not always as you want it, but at least we take it serious. And that means as well we give you feedback about the feedback that you gave us. We have this year some news. We have what we call an academy on site. We have never done that before. We try it out. We'll see how that works. We have something new as well, which is called the Formula Student Driverless topic. We'll come to that in a moment. We'll go briefly through the schedule of the week, and then about some general issues, and then we will officially start the competition. Before I do that, I want to really share a little bit of pride with you, because we have a record of, in terms of different nations being present here. And we have 28 nations here, not necessarily all team nations, that's actually 26, but with the volunteers included, we have 28. And so I would like to give an applause for every single one of them. Could we just start? So we have Australia. We have Austria. Another European country, Belgium. All right, Canada. China. Czech Republic. Denmark. Egypt. Finland. France. Germany. What a surprise. Greece. We have the team from Hungary. Who? India. Italy. Netherlands. Norway. Poland. Russia. Slovenia. Spain. Very good. Sweden. Switzerland. Turkey. The Emirates. United Kingdom, UK. All right. Thank you very much for coming, all of this. I think it's quite impressive to go through that and understand what all nations are here tonight. And we're extraordinarily proud that we have that, and that you all made the way here. And I think this flag shows, you know, we've seen quite a lot of distances that have been traveled. So thank you very much for doing that, to be here with us. So we really appreciate that from all over the world, wherever you come from. It is really great, and but we do appreciate as well if you come from culture. That's great as well. It's just not as far. It's just not as far as the US or Australia. Okay, let's start with the Freak Show. First, I would like to introduce my board colleagues. Can you just show up briefly here? This is the group that actually is responsible for the overall thing. We're kind of the ones who might go to jail if something goes wrong, but we hope not. So thank you very much, Rainer, Ludwig, Frank and Daniel is somewhere organizing something. So thank you very much. Thank you. We have a team as well that organizes and orchestrates the statics. So there is a few pictures which are not there on yet, especially our Icelandic representative Bjork is not on there yet. So, but anyway, give them a big hand. They're organizing the statics. Thank you. Thanks. We have a team that handles the dynamic events. That can't be missing. So where are the dynamics teams? Yep. There is a few more, but they might be marking the track, actually, to be honest. So that's there. We have our driverless team. I don't know if they're here because they had something else going on. And then, of course, we have our pit marshals and our security team. No discussion, Peter. I'm not sure if he's here, but he might be down there and quite busy. There is a pit marshal there, but he doesn't show up. So anyway. We have an event support team. Could I have you up here? This is the team that builds the entire event site. So thank you very much for that. Brilliant, done. And then we have what we call event control. They're there to help you and help with the tickets and the accreditation. So can I see the event control team? All right. And most important, both the event control and event support wouldn't be what they are without the red shirts. Can I see the red shirts, please? All right. All right, you just stay where you are. They're all tired. We have a timekeeping, scoring, and IT team. Where is that? They're probably, yep, they're the black shirts. Just come on. You know what, Ez? This is actually what you get after 11 years of complaints for the Wi-Fi. That's what you have to have then. That's a direct consequence of it. Thank you very much. We as well, we have the scrutineers. Where are the scrutineers? There as well, partly busy. Come on, Rob. Can I see the scrutineers? Not only one of them. Okay, there's one. It's going to take long this year because we have only one scrutineer on site. So wait until October until we're done. And then what we as well have, we have a communications and media team. Can I have the communications team on here, please? Okay. They're as well busy doing something. Thank you very much. And as they have been doing something already, I would like to just give you, let's say, the latest news and overview of what actually happened today. Can we have a look at it?
Good evening and welcome to Formula Student Germany 2016. After thousands of man-hours of preparation, the gates of the FSG 2016 event were open today at 4:15 p.m. to allow the participants to enter the grounds. With a total of 111 teams participating in the event, split between combustion and electric teams, patience amongst the teams was key in order to allow for them to bring their competing cars and set up the boxes.
And we already built up our pits. We arrived this evening because we were from Karlsruhe and it's not too far for us, so we can make an easy drive for 40 minutes. I guess it's much more exhausting for other teams to get here.
Most of the volunteers have now also arrived and successfully completed their safety briefing this lunchtime. They are all working hard to prepare for this week's event. The sponsors have also been working hard to set up their stands as they look forward to inviting the students to come and learn more about their companies. The atmosphere is already buzzing as everyone prepares for the welcome ceremony this evening and the kick-off of this year's FSG event. In other news, we would like to wish you a happy belated International Cat Day. To wish our competitors luck, we would like to share with them our lucky cat. And on that note, we would also like to wish the 10 members who are celebrating today a happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
And now for the weather update for tomorrow. The current forecast is telling us to expect cloudy and sunny weather, a high of 22 and a low of 8, with some potential of rain showers in the afternoon. So keep an eye on this and don't get wet. And that's all for today. We wish you a successful and relaxing evening and hope that participants enjoy themselves at the welcome ceremony. Tune in tomorrow to learn about the 2016 event and catch up with the latest updates of the week.
All right, now we're getting a bit serious because it's about feedback of your feedback or feedback from your feedback. Very clearly what we do is generally, and that is a standing invitation, we receive feedback from you via different routes. And that is specifically we have a feedback box at the event control. You have received with your welcome pack, you have received actually paper where you can actually give us feedback on. Whereas well, there is a very important, there's a sportsmanship nomination sheet in there, which we always do. So please use those sheets, use them for feedback and use them to see and check out over the event who is actually a which team, other than yours, of course, is a great sportsmanship team. We have an online feedback form, which we actually as well read. You might be surprised about that, but we do. And then there is, of course, a team captain's roundtable at the autumn's workshop that we generally do, where we as well try to actually get some things there. So we had last year 475 feedback inputs. That is quite a few. And 267 of those were from you, from the team. So that means we as well, we put all the feedback in there, what we like, what we don't like. Out of those, those highlighted 78 different issues, because there was quite a few that were mentioned several times, so that's not a different issue then. And 24 of those were positive. Great, thank you very much. Done. 54 were negative, and those are the ones that we are specifically interested of, because that is what we can then actually take and do something about it, or decide not to do something about it and explain you why. Because sometimes, it might be surprising, sometimes the things that we do have a reason, and then we would like to know you to know why we do things. I don't want to talk about all 78/54 topics, but if we look at and that is what we do normally, we look at the top 10 topics from last year feedback. 1, ground clearance, not a big surprise. We had last year quite an issue with ground clearance. 2nd, scrutineering, award ceremony, awards itself, the timing at dynamic events, the campground rules, sorry, this is a mistake actually, the event speakers, so it's right there, it's general safety. It used to be the campground always, every year, that's why I'm always mixing this up, sorry. Then event speakers, tires, interaction with teams from us, and actually the last topic is one that was there and it's there, not there this year, which is quite interesting because the Wi-Fi has a standing slot in the top 10 feedback points, and it was there every single year for 9 years, and it wasn't there last year, but we thought let's not wipe it away because maybe it comes back, so we kept it in there. So just so that you know that. Feedback number 1, ground clearance. We had quite some issues and topics and discussions about the ground clearance and touching the ground, which led to actually adjusting the rule in order to make it more easier to comply with. So the rule now is very simple. The vehicle with the driver. So that means directly at start, before starting, has to have a ground clearance of 30 millimeters. And then after that, it is your decision if you set up the car that it does touch the ground or not. But if there is any indication that you should try to use that in order to improve the performance of the vehicle, that will get to a DNF. And I think that means that in the end of the day, we don't want you to touch the ground all the times. It is no invitation to use any kind of grounding effects or something like that. No, it is just we have a bumpy track, and we know that in some areas, depending on your setup and on your driving, there is the possibility and the probability that you might touch the ground, and that is okay. But when you stand static at the start, it is 30 millimeters minimum, and no improvement of the performance by touching the ground is allowed. I hope that makes it a bit clearer. Feedback number 2, scrutineering. A massive issue last year, and I think we have substantially and massively changed the procedure of that, and I will come to that later after this. We're going to have the scrutineering briefing for tomorrow, and I will explain a bit more detail what we're going to do there. But in general, we can say we want, for each of the topics in the team, one member that's actually prepared and capable of doing the scrutineering, him or herself. That means in the end of the day, we're putting more responsibility to you as a team. That means we don't check everything as well. And that means as well, if a car has a scrutineering sticker, that means it is safe. It does not mean that it complies with the rules. So we have deliberately decided, in order to improve the timing of the scrutineering, to not check everything that the rules say. So if your aero pack is too large, we don't measure it. So if you get a sticker and it's too large, it's too large. If we measure it and we get if we see it and we have the impression it might be too large, and we measure afterwards, tough shit. Right? It's your responsibility to build a car that complies with the rules. We're not checking it. A scrutineering sticker does not mean the car is complying with the rules. By no means. The only thing is, we're happy to let it run. If it doesn't comply with the rules, your problem. And we will randomly check. So I wouldn't actually take the risk. I would be very clear, and I would, as being a team, I would make it very simple and just do it as appropriate and by the rules. That's as simple as that. Just read them, comply with them, no problem. We had last year a bit of a rough award ceremony. I know a couple of you have been there. We've decided to make a couple of adjustments in order to actually deal with that. Whereas one is we'll probably not bring cans up again. That's a learning. Never again. We've moved the stage a bit so that we have better reach into both directions. We will actually limit the amount of alcohol before the start of the party. And then there was actually another topic. We've just combined that here. We had the feedback, and this has been a standing topic for several years, that we have a misalignment or misfed between statics and dynamics. So we have 3-to-1, whereas in dynamics we have only 1. So we have standardized that and using only first places for all the different event disciplines from now on. So that as well, a direct consequence based on feedback that we received. Topic number 5, the timing of the dynamic events. We had, and it's actually, again, we have that regularly. We have the feedback, wait a minute, why didn't you let us run a bit longer? Because we didn't have the chance to run. So the good thing is we have RFID tags and we have data loggers and all that. So we see every single thing that happens out there. So we did an analysis, and we have to say the autocross did start a bit late, but as well our throughput wasn't where we wanted it to be. So this is a combined responsibility. It is you rolling up to the start and using the track time, and it is us making sure that we have the throughput right. So that means it's a bit even. So we have looked at everything and adjusted the time schedule. In the means of, we actually chopped half an hour off the acceleration period in the morning. Because last year we opened at 8:30. At 10:08, the first car drove. Don't ask for more time. If you have 1 and 30, actually we opened at 8:33,
and 10:08. So 1 hour and 35 minutes after we opened the track, the first car rocked up and said, "Look, so," and then it's very slow. So use the time that you have, because we actually cut out half an hour of acceleration on Saturday morning. That means as well we have a half an hour more time to actually set up the autocross and allow you as well quite a bit more intensive course walk. At 2 o'clock we will start the autocross, and other than the years before where we stopped at 7, we've extended it by an hour to 8 o'clock. So half an hour acceleration less, an hour more autocross. I hope that's going to solve the issue. But if you decide to gamble and nobody runs, it's going to be tough in the end, and some people will not run. So if you don't want to use the time, that's not our problem. Yeah, so you need to decide for yourself. If you decide that you want to run at 7:55 and there is 54 different vehicles in front of you at 7:54, you might not get your run. So just again, it's your responsibility to plan your time, to plan your slot, and make sure that you get the runs that you want to run. You know the times actually quite extensively. But we do think, from all the data we looked at, it's going to be easy. Really, if everybody starts running when we open the track, we're going to be done an hour early and we can all go and have a beer. Actually, not on the event ground, but somewhere else. So, great. Actually, if you could do that, we would be happy. So, thank you very much. This is something where I'm not quite sure how that goes down. It's no news anymore because we have said that some time ago. We have a general safety topic, and that is that we have seen many people working in a not naturally or not necessarily very safe environment, and people being overly tired. So we have decided to actually close the event ground between 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock in the morning. And you might not imagine whom we took as an inspiration, no less than the Formula One, because that's exactly what they do. And we had a debate with them, and they said, look, everybody said it's impossible, you can't do that, it's terrible. Then they did it, and it showed up, no problem. So please be aware of that. Use the time that you have. We're going to close the pits at 12. We're going to reopen it at 6 o'clock. It's going to be all good. And the good thing is you can actually get some necessary sleep, work more efficient, faster, and better, more productive over the time that you are actually awake, and it's going to be safer for everybody. I hope you do understand that it was a pretty emotional discussion about that. And in case we have a problem with it, just in case, we upgraded no discussion Peter slightly, just to make sure that we have the right enforcement for that in place. We don't need dogs, by the way. We could just do it. He can do it himself. Okay. Event speakers. We had some feedback that the event speakers cannot be heard properly everywhere, which is an issue which is linked to the infrastructure that is available. We have tried to improve that slightly, so we hope that there is an improvement on that end. But as well, we have implemented a new Twitter channel, which is more an entertainment channel. So we do have our official Twitter channel, which is there to actually give information and news about facts of the competition. But we have something like an entertainment Twitter now, where we would actually tweet as well information about that is actually in line with what the speakers say, and in order to keep everybody a bit more informed and do that. So there is an additional channel that we will use as well. Another quite substantial impact, there was lots of feedback about tires last year, and the feedback literally is we do have a bit of a misbalance between teams that have the ability to have 154 different tires and actually have, they show up with 3 different lorries full of different tires, and then they pick and choose, etc., which loses a little bit the intention of the whole competition to actually create a vehicle that will be multi-purpose. So we solved that problem quite simply, and it's very easy. There is one set of dry tires and one set of wet tires per each team to run the entire event. All right? I think it's pretty easy. It's very simple. I will remind you later again. So there's one set of tires, wet tires, and one set of dry tires to run the entire event. As simple as that. Thank you. Next topic. We've been criticized about, or let's say there was some criticism about the interaction of officials and the teams, and That is probably in some areas definitely proper feedback. So we are definitely trying to improve. We promise that, and we will hopefully be able to get that done. Feedback number 10, our standing issue, Wi-Fi. Again, it was not a topic last year, but I think probably just because we were lucky, so we're still working on it and make sure that we reach a satisfactory level this year again, and hopefully we will not see this topic come up again. So that was very briefly a feedback from the feedback. So there is lots of other topics that we've done. There's lots of minor or small changes, but it's a bit long to go through all of those. But we really, really do take that serious. And again, it's an invitation. Give us your feedback. Let us know what you think. Let us know what the issues are, and then we can address them. Otherwise, if we don't know it, it's very hard for us. One more thing, just so that you're aware. I always say we've always been team members before. All the orga, the vast majority is volunteers. They've all been in teams before, and then they decided, why don't we just change and actually help in the organization, you know, being not students anymore, etc. So that's what we would like to do as well. We invite you, if you ever think about ending your career in your team, you might actually want to stay involved, and we're very, very open and very happy to do that and have you here. Just to let you know, the organization only, we're 15 different nations. So it's very international, it's very open, and you're more than welcome to join us. Okay, now coming briefly to the event site, I don't think I need to say a lot. You've obviously found the marquee above pits, that's where we are. The track is over there, the pits are down here, and the scrutineering is well known as well, so I don't want to give you too much about that. One very important thing is the vast majority of information that is relevant, I would say almost everything, is in the event handbook. Probably, I don't know how many people, who write the event handbook? All right, that's actually not too bad, but it's not great either. So it's actually a valuable thing to do, and a couple of people spend quite some time and effort to actually put all this information in. So if you could take the the chance and read it, that would really help us, because there is lots of information there. So please do that. So we come to the academy on site. I don't want to read through the program. What we've done and what we've decided to do is that we have a couple of activities to give actually free of charge some lectures, some workshops where you can learn about different topics, and they're quite interesting. And these are on the event ground in the big Mercedes South stand, what we call it, and they're limited to 20 slots each. So it's not a huge amount that we can actually host in each of them. And it's fairly simple. You just sign up at one of the sponsors. You look at the program, see, do I want to go there, and you sign up to the sponsors. There are a couple of them tomorrow morning, if there is interest, if you want to see. There is Helena at the end, where after this session you can actually sign up for the first 4 things tomorrow morning. Everything else, just walk up to the sponsors who organize them, and they will actually sign you into a list. So it's fairly simple, but it is we think it's a good offer. It added some value, and it allows some people who are probably over different times of the event not as busy to actually learn something in addition. So we would be very happy to see how that works. And again, we would be happy to get your feedback about how that works here for you. All right, Formula Student driverless. Quite a bit of something for us, because I think what we're trying to do here in Germany is, with the Formula Student, we were trying to actually find a way to be up to date with what are the things that people need to be aware of, and what is actually quite fun to deal with, and what is quite interesting to do. And I think it's not a big surprise that having no driver in a car is something that is quite interesting. And we have actually as well seen that there is some activity going on as well, and we thought it's the greatest idea to actually try to create a platform where we can actually do that and have an operating those safely. So we thought the Formula Student driverless time has come. And what we've then said is, let's try to involve the teams actually with their input in order to try to define how that should look like. So if we look at the next slide, so we have actually said for this year we will do a competition before the competition, let's call it this way. And so that means we had 31 teams that actually applied for that. Thank you very much. That was way more than we expected, so that is fantastic. And then 16 teams were nominated, and we are looking forward to see those, and we will actually see these exhibitions of the concepts in the recreation area on Thursday. So who's interested can have a look at that. And then we will have the three runners-up who we will announce on Friday. And then mistakenly, it says here the first driverless cars will be in the competition in 2016. That's, of course, wrong. But what it does, or should have said, is it should have been 2017. So we did take the decision that we're going to do it. There will be a driverless class for Formula Student cars in 2017. And stay tuned, because within this week, we'll actually announce or publish the first set of rules. I hope that's going to be fun. We're really, really, really looking forward to that. Okay. Enough said about driverless. Let's concentrate on Formula Student Germany 2016 schedule. Tuesday, almost done. The Tuesday, we were obviously at the team welcome. Thank you for coming. After this, we have still a briefing about the scrutineering tomorrow. So when we're done here, I would like everybody who doesn't want to stay for the scrutineering briefing to actually move out fast. We're going to make a 5 minutes break, and then we're going to start and continue with the scrutineering briefing. Wednesday, pretty simple day. Scrutineering. Get your cars ready. Make sure that you're prepared. And we have the Formula Student Driverless Concept Award judging. Thursday, scrutineering. Get everything ready. Make sure that you're ready to go. And of course, we have the electric engineering design. So Thursday is the day where it really starts to get tricky. Start to be fighting about points. And really get that done. One time back briefly to Wednesday, because I just forgot about it. Tomorrow at lunchtime, we do our panoramic picture. That is always something that we really enjoy, because it's great picture, it's great thing, and we need your help to do that. So we will actually guide you through. We will literally drop everything, and all the cars need to go at the end there, line up properly. If everybody helps with it, it's done quite fast. We've done it in 40 minutes. So get everybody there, line them up, get everybody there. But we need your help. So really help us with that, because if everybody is there, speedy, accurate, just take it easy, and then we're gonna be able to do that very fast. It's not gonna harm our all our fun very much, but we will definitely try to run that through. Friday, the first day. That is semi-static and semi-dynamic. So first dynamic day and first static day as well. Scrutineering again on as well. So Friday, very, very busy day. Combustion statics, the skid pad, and as well the in the evening, we have the award ceremony part 1, where we'll already see lots of awards going out. So please tune in for that. Saturday, we have very dynamic day. I've already said in the morning there is the acceleration session. In the afternoon, we do have the autocross session to qualify and actually put the positions for the Sunday endurance. And of course, then there's the design finals as well. But the detailed schedule you find in the event handbook, you find in the schedule sites as well. And then we're on Sunday, almost done. Endurance, just finish it. What was the old saying? You need to finish first to finish first. So I hope that's going to be a very busy day with many cars finishing on Sunday. And then we will have a fantastic award ceremony, at least that's what we hope, followed by an even more fantastic party. So I hope that's going to be really nice, and we are looking forward to that. General issues, we don't have much, just safety first. I think we showed that earlier. Motorsport can be dangerous. This is not necessarily motorsports, but it looks and feels and smells like motorsports, so it might be close to it by some means. However, really take care about yourself. There is lots of things that, let's say, that we can avoid if we think about it. Work safely. All these things with wearing goggles while you're using angle grinder, etc., etc. There's some reasons for it, and somebody might have thought about that. And really, there is good intention about those rules. There is not to bother you. There is not to harm you or actually make your life miserable. No, it's actually quite smart to follow those common sense things. So please really think about what you're doing before you do it and make it safely. It's really important to us that we have at least the least accidents as possible. By the way, just to let you know, just to get a feeling, In 2014, we had 136 recorded accidents and incidents. There was, interestingly, though, 54 wasp stitches there as well. But 136 recorded medical incidents is quite a lot. It was substantially less than 15, but we don't want that to go up again. I know it sounds ridiculous, but it really is an issue that we want to improve. All right, before we now really go off, I think we have one open issue, because we have last year, we had a winning team and we gave you a trophy, and we need that back, to be very honest, because without that, we don't have a trophy to give. So can I have somebody who helps me with doing that? And can I see the team from Delft to give us back the trophy? Stroopwafels.
Yes, yes, exactly. We noticed that the guys from Switzerland started a tradition last year to bring some food from your home country, and we think you can use some energy during the day, so we decided to bring you some stroopwafels.
Thank you very much. This is great.
Yeah.
Thanks for bringing it back, and congratulations again to your last year's win. Give a hand to the Delft team. Thank you very much. We have another one, the combustion winner. Where is GFR? What's in there?
Nothing.
You should have at least said global air or something. All right, nothing from you. That's pretty tough, isn't it? Oh, yeah. You know, that makes it even harder, because I got a problem. I need to give you something. Do you know that? You won this. You won this how many times?
4 overall, 3rd year in a row.
Yeah, 3rd year in a row. And we had at one point in time, we actually said that if somebody wins it 3 times in a row, we would give it to you. We can't, because it's not there anymore. But at least what we've done is we've actually created a copy. To be honest, it's a bit smaller because they don't make them anymore. But where do we have it? I think we'll get it soon. So we'll deliver it to you later. Sorry for that. Thank you very much.
Yeah, we just want to say thank you to FSG and everyone who puts this event on every year. We're honored to just be a part of it, and we wish everyone best of luck this week competition.
Thank you very much. Great honor. Thank you. And thanks for that global air in there. Really appreciate that. Okay, that's been it. This has been the team welcome of Formula Student Germany 2016. Thank you all very much. Again, just after this, in like 5 to 10 minutes, we start the scrutineering briefing. So who doesn't want to join, just get out. The other ones just stay. Thank you very much, and all the best for the next couple of days. Have safe and great time.